Hi everyone, my name is Chrystal Morrison and I'll be doing your meditation for today. And the title of this meditation is Power Over Fear. And I'll be using a scripture that is probably very popular to most of us. It's just one verse and it is found in 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. And it says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." And of course today I'm talking about power over fear. And you know, sometimes when we think of fear, we think of superficial fears. Well, maybe I shouldn't call them superficial because some of these fears are real to some people. So we think about being afraid of the dark, or we think about fear of spiders or cockroaches or centipedes or insects and other creatures. We think about maybe even the fear of heights and the fear of drowning. But today I want to focus on some deeper fears, and I'm going to look at 3 of them, and those 3 are the fear of the unknown, the fear of rejection, and the fear of failure. Now, I believe that the fear of the unknown is where most of our other fears stem from. And so we are afraid of the dark, or we are afraid of heights or anything else like that because we don't know what's going to happen to us when we experience certain things. We don't know what's going to happen to us if we should have an encounter with a cockroach. We don't know if we should have an encounter with a centipede. What's going to happen to us. We might get bitten. But God has given us power over fear. And Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that He knows the plans that He has for our life. So although we don't know what's going to happen to us, and so we have this great fear of the unknown, He knows. And so we don't need to fear the unknown. And now about the fear of rejection. The fear of rejection holds us back from forming and maintaining meaningful relationships. Why? Because we are afraid to approach other people for fear of being rejected, because we don't know what their response is going to be like. We're afraid to apologize when we're wrong for fear of being rejected. We're afraid to ask for certain things for fear of being rejected. But God has given us power over fear. And in Romans 8:31 it reminds us, it says, "So if God is for us, who can be against us?" So in that right there, you see that we don't need to fear rejection. Once we have God on our side, nobody can be against us. And the last fear that I want to speak about is the fear of failure. The fear of failure prevents us from trying. The fear of failure robs us of success. And that's kind of funny because, you know, failure and success are opposites. But because we are afraid of failing, we don't try. And if we did just try, we would have succeeded. And that is how the fear of failure robs us of our success. So some people don't want to go back to school. Some people don't want to make certain commitments. Some people don't want to make certain vows. Why? Because they're afraid they will fail, and so they don't try. But God has given us power over fear. And His word reminds us in Proverbs 16 verse 3 that if we commit whatever we do unto the Lord, He will establish our plans. And so we don't need to fear failure because God will establish us. And so today, as you go throughout even the rest of the week, remember that you have the power over fear.